us to do.
In other news now, a wildfire that raged through Kenya's Tsavo West National Park last weekend was finally brought under control earlier this week. Tsavo is one of the biggest national parks in the country, and the fire happened at a time when the government is trying to revive the tourism industry that has taken a hit by the pandemic. One of the observers commentating on the lack of media coverage of the event is Derrick Mugisha. He's the founder and CEO of FICA Africa Advocacy Foundation, and he joins me now. Derrick Mugisha, thank you so much for joining me on Channel's Business Global. I've just started seeing some of the devastating pictures from last weekend. Can you please tell me what are the first kind of fallouts from this devastating fire?
Yes, Derrick Mugisha, I'm connecting in from Uganda. We saw these fires starting up on Saturday at around 2 p.m. And the Kenya Wildlife Service reported that there were fires happening. But of course, it wasn't really reported that much. And these fires have been happening already. This was the fifth time in 3 months. So that was really alarming, and it needed the much needed attention for it. So really the global community didn't know actually about this because it wasn't much publicized. But again, the fire was contained earlier this week, and reported that there was no animal that was affected. Yeah, but again, we know that small species were affected in this process. So yeah, really, it was really bad, but at least they were trying to contain the fires.
One of the reasons why I knew about this story from here in Britain is because I saw your social media post basically bemoaning about the African media and them not giving this event enough coverage. Do you think that's one of the major issues we have in tackling climate change on Africa? It's just not a priority for media or government.
Actually, why I was addressing media is because when we get to know about the death, maybe the helicopter, maybe one time one of the stars in the netball field, when they died, it was easier for us to know really someone has died, or even the disaster that really recently happened in one of the countries where they had fires that also happened and destroyed the city. It was easier for us to know about them in less than a second. But then this was a fire happening in an East African country, Kenya, and even the media there, including the journalists there, could not cover and tell the world what was really happening. We might have lost even big species in there because these contribute much to the tourism sector, and we all know what that means for the economy of Kenya. So we would say it's not the priority, but media has a role to play in terms of communicating the solutions, showcasing what is really happening, the dangers and disasters happening, so that maybe those that can take action, maybe contribute funds, donations, maybe to stop the fires could have acted then and then. But of course, Kenya Wildlife Service ruled that no one gave them support. But I spoke to one of our partners, Africa Wildlife Foundation there, that they gave them actually 1.5 million Kenyan shillings. And that was maybe for fuel, for the trucks, maybe to go and stop the fires. But of course, the support came in there that even the army was inside there, giving them support through the aerial reducing of the fires. But yeah, really, I think media has a big role to play in solving African issues. And if that was meant to happen, it would have started by showing us this, at least some challenges, maybe those that can solve them could be able to help us. So it has been an appeal that even media does not air out stories of young climate activists in Africa that are really pushing for climate amendments, policies that are doing solutions. So I was bitter for the media, but good enough. They came out to report about after 2 days. So imagine if Kenya was burning for 2 days and we knew about it, what would have cost it to Africa?
Absolutely. Gosh, well, Derrick Mugisha, thinking that you're somebody who is flying the flag and staying active. Derrick Mugisha, thank you so much for joining me on Channel's Business Global.